The following podcast may contain exclusive language and offensive material. And I just figured since the country's going backwards, we might as well get with the times, you know what I'm saying?
Welcome to the Pièce de Resistance bonus episode number 14 with Lyssa Graham and Dale Leopold, also featuring outtakes from our most recent episode, the Season 2 opener, How Furlough Can You Go? We now join this episode already in progress.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Benedict Cumberbatch. Hello there, this is Dale.
This is Lyssa.
And we are recording the bonus episode. I almost got a spit take there.
Almost. See, I'm
we are
careful,
recording
though.
bonus episode 14.
Oh, Jesus Christ, it's hot. It's so hot.
It's hot. Tea is a very appropriate beverage because I just... Oh, what is all that squeaking?
No, I just...
Do you have a hamster in there, Lyssa?
I do have a very wiggly, noisy chair, but I've been standing in here recording telephone prompts for 45 minutes, and I thought I'll sit for Dale.
Well, if they're prompts, are you getting them done on time?
No, not if I'm not lucky.
Sorry.
I have one audition left today in which I have to sing.
If they're not on time, they shouldn't be called prompts, but lates.
Lates, yes.
Sorry.
So many lates. I have a big stack of lates to do. It's Karyn works for this company every now and then, too, and we call them our Greek boyfriend.
Okay.
Because there are two kinds of work things that come from them.
Yes.
Demos and prompts, or work. So, in the morning, I wake up to John Stekademos. And sometimes in the afternoon, John Stekaworkos, his cousin, comes over. So, we have Stekademos and Stekaworkos. And today I got a gigantic, he should be proud of himself, Stekaworkos. See, almost got my own spit take. And that's just a ferocious use of your will as a human to hold that in. Now you're going to cough. It's going to go into your sinuses. You're going to have Diet Coke in your head.
It works for me, you know. It's like when I'm right out of Adderall, I snort Diet Coke. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Do a few rails. Yeah.
He's in Texas
vanilla
last night.
Diet Coke.
There was a disturbance in the force.
Oh, my Lord. Yeah, so Mr. O'Rourke was there, too. And
Yes, well,
But he only had,
Mr.
200
O'Rourke
people,
lives here.
according to Trump, when it was actually like 10 to 15,000. And then Trump
Right.
had 35,000, but it was actually 6,500.
6,500.
Yeah, so-
That's as many as they let in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God.
El Paso PD called BS on that one.
Yeah. No. Did they use our line?
But they're
Did they use our
mad
toll-free
because El Paso...
call BS line, 1-866
No, they did not.
1-866 call
Excuse
BS?
Well done.
I'm
Sorry.
going to pull a plug on that thing if we don't start getting some calls, guys.
No. I'm sorry. It's just for Dale. He's always wanted an 800 number.
Yeah, really. And we'll even start changing the message around if people start calling it too.
Oh, we could. I'm very good at telepathy.
We'll get the civility fairy on there saying, letting them know that they've reached.
Just leave your fucking message.
All right. Well, speaking of the civility fairy, she did make a return on our most recent episode.
She did. She's a potty mouth.
This is a potty mouth. In fact, let's listen to some
And a hair
outtakes
trigger.
now from that fabulous episode.
This is going to be the longest outtakes reel ever.
Are we laughing? Is it because what are we doing?
Pièce de Resistance, episode 14, season 2, episode 1, How Furlough Can You Go?
Okay. Where are we? What am I doing? What is this?
We'll have tea and sandwiches, and we'll tell a story.
Shall we give it a go? All right.
You did this to yourself.
In our last episode of Pièce de Resistance, the yammering yamhood yets... hood.
The Shintos don't come here shattering sheet glass on the shit
La, 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 la. Toy boat.
Aqualung by Jethro.
Sitting on a park bench. And little girls with bad intent, Uncle Jed.
I slit the sheet I slit, and on the slitted sheet I sit.
Fucking Jack the Ripper? What is that?
What are we doing? I got to get back to the script. I've been looking at pornography this whole time. I'm sorry. Where are we?
Chimey Elfland, New Age stuff. I'll get right on that.
Boop-a-doop, boop-boop-boop.
Order.
We've got to get that guy in there.
And it's always at the last minute.
If I had all the money I spent on drink, I'd spend it on drink.
I don't know. Mitch keeps talking about getting kicked by a fucking mule. What's that about? I don't know. And I even think... And I think I...
9, mein Führer. I put too many 9s in 27, mein Führer.
You people are crazy. This is funny.
Oh, there are outtakes.
That's how we roll, baby. That's how we roll.
This is the president of the... Hello? You're supposed to interrupt me.
Well, not to get Lisa too excited, but I just put a handful of nuts in my mouth, so give me a second.
Phrasing? Okay, that's more Mike Pence's line, I think. Mother, I've got nuts in my mouth. Whose nuts are they, Father?
Just joking.
This is something I never expect to ask again, but have you swallowed, Dustin? Have you?
You're still swallowing your nuts.
My nuts are gone. I have no nuts, George.
Walk this way.
This way? Okay.
I know. Ba-dum. Oh, Tinkle Twat. Twinkle Tot? Tinkle Twat. Which one did you call me that time? Oh, you twinkle my lady part.
That is more insight into fairy metabolism than I actually need.
You're making George sweat. You are completely ignoring the #1 civility rule. Oh, shit. Hashtag be your best. Ding. Fuck you with my glitter. I don't know what just happened.
I could read those lips. Civility fairy. She went uncivil there for a minute.
Never have I seen such a... Fuck this shit.
Hello. Okay, give me 1 second. All this fucking Russian is messing me up.
Right now? I don't know if I can ululate on command. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, that felt good.
Wow. That was
Oh,
so
Rebecca,
funny.
you naughty girl.
Yeah. Yep. And Dustin Ebo, too, was
Elian Gonzalez.
initiated. He initiated, yes, playing Elian. And doing that very well.
Yes, it did.
This was one of Lisa's suggestions.
I've suggested that Dustin might think about cultivating his Jared Kushner voice. But we don't know exactly what he sounds like, and we think he's Voldemort. Oh, wait. Stick your head in here now.
Hey, I need to know where those drawings were that were downstairs.
The drawings that were downstairs. They would still be there. Or they would be here in that stack. But they're not. They're down there. So check your truck. Say hi to the good people in podcast land.
Hi, good people.
And Dale.
And Dale.
Hey, Jay.
He must be a bad people.
No, he's an awesome people.
Oh, okay.
They're just good.
All right,
Bye.
Come back if I don't find it.
Well, okay.
You cleaned it.
I did not clean your... Wait a
That's
second.
something no one's ever accused me of
All
doing.
this could be solved if you just put shit away when you were finished. I can't hear him now. I'm on a mission in my house. Sorry.
Does this involve Legos?
No, I finished my Hogwarts.
You did?
Fucking glorious.
But that was what?
It's glorious.
35 gazillion pieces? How big was this?
6,000. 6,000.
6,000.
I know. I'm a grown-ass woman, and I did it.
It's really impressive in many ways, some of which are disturbing. But yeah.
It's glorious. It fills a table, and now I'm going to build the lake. I'm just going to add in the lake.
Can't you just pour, some tequila or something?
I might could do something. Yeah. Don't vex me, man. I got
But
plans.
don't keep it out of the dog's reach.
It's just keep the cat off the table. That's the hard part. Fido.
Oh. Fido the cat, right?
But that is not the mission I'm on. The mission I'm on is stop having to pick up after everybody else, which I would not have to do if the everybody else's would just put their shit away. When you're finished with it, put it away.
I've heard that before.
Put it in the same place every time, and it will always be there unless it's in your hand.
I know it's
crazy.
here's a true confession here for me, is that, okay, so I grew up mostly overseas. Until the age of 8, I lived overseas, basically, with small occasional visits to the States. But the standard diplomatic thing was you had servants in Latin America, right? And so you had a gardener, you had a maid, you had a nursemaid, you had this, that, and the other. And so the result of which was I did not have to make my bed for the first 8 years of my life, ever. And when we moved to the States, all of a sudden that
good air in.
It's like
bad air out.
There was nobody doing that for me. I was like, I'm coming to the bedroom in the evening, and it's like, oh, okay, it still looks like shit. And it took me a while to care in the first place. But then it was like, well, yeah, okay, all right, I guess I'll learn to do this stuff. But yeah, so I think I was permanently scarred in the houseworking department, or the caring about houseworking department. Didn't necessarily serve me well when I was a stay-at-home dad, but...
It's not the housework part.
Yeah.
It's the hours spent each week looking for the thing that you can't find because you have left it somewhere.
It's under which...
Because you just leave a trail of debris everywhere you go.
You have to go down to a different geological layer to find out...
Very frustrating. And I wash a lot of things that probably shouldn't be washed either.
Like laundering money in pants pockets.
Literal, yes, and pens and Sharpies.
Well, at least the
contractor pencils, those stupid contractor pencils.
Yeah, and guitar picks that all seem to accumulate in the dryer. I usually get them back. Those are washable. In all seriousness, Jay's mom picked up after him his whole life. I got him shortly after college, where presumably he lived in a festering dung heap of stuff. Oh, as one does, yes.
As like you do. And then I picked up after him shortly after that. And I didn't even think about it because my mother picked up after my father. and this was my model subcontext in my deep inside my cerebral cortex, trained, learned behavior is to pick up after the man folk, which I did because it was easier than trying to retrain the man folk.
See, all you have to do is have a daughter, then she'll pick up after everyone else.
See, no, I had a son, at which point I became very, very worried about unleashing another debris field on the universe.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to model that behavior for him. So my poor husband, who has lived in bliss, more or less, with me, bliss-ish.
I identify.
25 years, all of a sudden, he is now getting yelled at for leaving his socks inside out and not get the clothes in the hamper, not next to the hamper, motherfucker, in the hamper.
It's kind of like horseshoes, isn't it? I mean, if you make an effort to toss it, do the 3-point shot of the underwear into the hamper, and as long as
no, Dale.
Oh, come on.
No.
It's not fair.
No. Yeah, so, sorry. But really, he does spend an inordinate amount of time looking for shit,
Yeah. I get that. Plus ADD on top of it. Hooray.
He doesn't smoke anything or do anything bad at all. He's wholesome. But I swear he gets mine. It's like contagious. I don't fucking know. I have tea and 12 more prompts to do and an audition where I sing, "Ooh, let the dogs out."
Seriously?
Okay. Where were we? Clean up after yourself, goddammit.
Clean up after yourself, guys. And
women, don't teach your daughters to pick up after the boys.
Yeah.
Don't teach them there are boy things and girl things. Don't. They're just things. Teach the boys to cook. Do you know how popular they'll be if they can cook?
Oh my God, yes.
Popular. We're already teaching Jake the fine art of the chamage, which is what he calls a massage. He's gotten that backwards, and we won't fix it.
Chamage.
Yeah, so he now bribes us with foot samages. If we let him have a cookie, he'll give us a foot samage.
Aw. We got to work that into a script, I think.
Oh, sure. He's very good at samages. I'm the best samager in the house, he says. But just,
Oh, get Vera with her bionic hands so that she could... Samaj,
Exactly.
nobody's business.
Shit writes itself. That's how we do our panel. If we're accepted. Shit writes itself, man. We don't know.
Yep. Yes, we're all planning for the Orlando boondoggle, which means that Lyssa can write off the trip to Harry Potter by going to the Podcast Movement conference in August in Orlando.
I'll go to anybody's conference if it's in Orlando or Anaheim.
Yeah, that's right.
It doesn't matter.
Dog Walkers Anonymous, it does, whatever.
Funeral Homes of America, I don't care. I'm coming. I'm happy to be there. I'll present if you need me to. Mm-hmm. I'll be pleasant. I'll even go to the happy hour, but...
Apparently down in the Lone Star State there last night, Mr. Trump said something about, maybe I'll get a dog, but he made some reference.
I don't think he's allowed.
No, I think... Yeah, that would be really bad.
And if he did, he would get some sort of nasty gold-dipped poodle thing. One of those little yipster dogs that bite everybody. Ooh, let's write one in.
Melania.
Let's get him.
Melania gets a dog.
Melania gets one of those weird Chinese crested hairless dogs.
A purse dog.
Yes. The hairless crested ones, the ugliest dogs ever?
Yeah.
That's what...
I'm
sorry, people who have hairless... No, they're hairless...
Crestinae.
They literally win the ugliest dog alive contest year after year. You know what I'm talking about, podcast people, and you may hear it you will hear it if we remember.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yes, and then we can have him painted gold.
So one thing I was alluding to before was that you were drinking tea. That was, I think, we got immediately off topic, but it was appropriate because of our upcoming episode will be set at least partly in the UK. Now we've been there before. We had Karyn playing Her Majesty the Queen, and Trump getting his foot caught in the guy line to the baby Trump balloon and getting carried aloft.
All your wildest dreams come true on BS Day
Absolutely.
Resistance.
We have a lot of, I think, wish fulfillment in our scripts. I mean, maybe it's certainly my wishes. Both Trump and Pence get electric shocks constantly. Pence has to deal with explosive diarrhea wearing a hospital gown.
I take great pleasure in torturing Mike Pence.
Indeed.
The character.
We're trying to convert him into a sympathetic character. It's like our own version of conversion therapy there.
Yes. We're going to play the gay right into you.
Indeed. Indeed we are.
We'll get toasters for that. That is a deep cover reference. You remember the Ellen coming out episode? That's what that was referencing.
Oh, right.
Because the girls...
To get a toaster here, you get a toaster.
Yeah,
right.
Get one for recruiting enough people.
It's part of that hidden agenda.
Mm-hmm. Yep. If you haven't seen that episode, Google it. It's lovely. And also Google Mary Tyler Moore episode, Chuckles the Clown.
Oh,
because you just have to.
The best. A little song, a little dance.
A little seltzer.
A little seltzer down the pants. Cheer.
I love that
Cheer.
so much. That is my favorite, funniest thing I've ever seen.
That's probably my top 10. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's right up there with a lot of like Arrested Development episodes or...
yes.
Oh, God. So many good ones. But yes, perfect. And Asner's still going.
Lips.
Ed Asner's like 93 or something and still going. Amazing.
I know. And still does workshops with Pat.
Yeah.
Very
cool.
Yeah. And is on Twitter-ish. I mean, not a lot, but yeah. Every now and then he rants.
So we are releasing this the day after Valentine's Day. So speculating here, obviously, as we do. What do you think? What kind of Valentine? Okay, sorry.
Sorry, I stepped on my cable and ruined your nice intro. We'll try it again.
Okay. 3, 2. So we're releasing this the day after Valentine's Day. What do you think our fearless leader would do for Valentine? Who would he send a Valentine to, you think? And actually mean it? Besides himself, obviously.
Yeah, him and Ivanka, I think
Kim Jong-un?
Well, they love each other already. They don't need to spoil it with trite commercial things.
Vlad,
Yeah.
He's the only one I would support gay marriage with. Yeah.
Oh, God.
You could take me horseback riding on the steps.
Really? Let's,
Shirtless.
let's just talk about propaganda for a second.
Yes.
I'm not okay with governments using propaganda to change our minds, but I'm extra special not okay, like super not okay, when they'd use such poor propaganda in an attempt to sway our beliefs. And, depicting a dictator as if he was on the cover of a romance novel in everything he does is just... Really?
He's like really good at karate
Really?
too, I think. Yeah.
Oh, God.
So manly.
He is
Strong.
good at everything. He comes in and he wins everything. We don't know what to say.
Yeah.
Hello.
Isn't he awesome?
You are a winner.
Yeah. So, but I don't think Melania would get a card. And maybe Stormy might be off his Valentine's list this year. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, she might send him one now.
Just one of those little...
She's so funny.
Mushroom-shaped Valentine.
I looked for those today when I was picking up kid Valentines for the kindergartner. I did not find any of those. I got Star Wars ones with pencils. Yep.
That's good. And oh yeah, so you were speaking of school and Purple Avenger school.
Yeah.
Circuit. What is this? Circus practice? What the hell is this?
Yes, apparently they do a year-long hazing ritual on kindergartners and their parents. That's what I'm thinking. Because they've already had Little Piggy Day, the pink pig parade, where they all had to wear hooves and noses and ears and tails.
No Orthodox or Muslim kids
mind
there,
you,
I'm assuming. Yeah, all right.
Apparently not. Apparently you had to know about this because otherwise you have to try and fucking find pig accoutrement on the spur of the moment. There's no specific to pig holiday where costumes might be abounding in Target.
You don't have
so
Pigs
that
R
was
Us in
challenging.
Galveston? Sorry, I was trying to get a spit take. Damn it.
It's a small island, man. You're not going to get one. I refuse. It's too small a booth. It'll backsplash into my face. So we've had Pigs Day. Mm-hmm. We have Mardi Gras Parade. This month already, or maybe January. Maybe, I don't know. It's all running together. We did 100 Day in School Day, where they had to dress like they were 100 years old.
Wow. I mean, I can't even fathom that. They can't fathom being like 20.
No, I know. I mean, I just put him. He looked like a nerdy Harry Potter. That was about it. With glasses, and I put a stuffed Chihuahua on a leash so he could carry that around.
Did he have Did you give him a MAGA hat?
And now.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No.
Not to stereotype senior citizens. As I think we've both gotten an AARP card.
There is lightning available at that church. School, church, shul, whatever. And then now we are working on the Kindergarten Circus. And it should surprise no one, his teacher asked if I would be willing to be the ringmaster for the circus. And I said, yeah.
I mean, you have to ask.
I fucking do. Yeah. I know. I'm like, I have a costume. I'm ready. Let's go. But we've been practicing. My son is doing the sword swallowing.
I hesitate to ask.
That's his act. It just goes down the side of his face. But the initial sword they presented to him was a scimitar, curved blade. I'm like, no sword swallower. I mean, can we have a little verisimilitude?
That's right. Yeah, the esophagus.
You can't do a curved blade, you see, because you'll just
esophagus don't
go
blade
right. Yeah, no one does that. So. Yeah, it's fairly adorable. Already, and there's only today no tears, so that's good. But we had rehearsal.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get to rehearse your spiel?
Oh yes, I've practiced.
Okay.
And it is in the upstairs room of the 1800s church, the original building. Which has a gigantic Tiffany Jesus. I mean, that room is just fucking stunning. It is
Quite godly.
Stunning. The acoustics in there, a cockroach could fart, and you'd be like, "Whoa, what is that?" In all
Surround
corners.
sound cockroach farts.
Right. I mean, they're like, "Do you need a mic?" And I just cried. No, I do not.
It's Dolby J for Jesus.
It's so gorgeous. And the final act of the circus is the motorcycle act.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So, not surprisingly, they're not using actual motorcycles, but the two kids who can ride without training wheels have their bikes. And so they're going to run around in circles.
Does someone run around with them going vroom, vroom?
I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe. And so they circle and do their little thing, and they wave, and maybe every now and then they'll just cycle one-handed. But the music they've chosen for that is AC/DC, Thunderstruck. So now I'm standing on stage in front of giant Tiffany Jesus, encouraging kindergartners to headbang with the devil horns, because that's how I roll.
Love it. Love it.
It's going to be fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody else in the room, this performance experience is pretty much cheerleading and whatever you do in the junior league.
Yeah.
So.
Junior league's not generally a performance-oriented venue, I don't think.
No, I know.
So it's,
one of these things is not like the
yeah,
other.
yeah. See?
It's
they know what they got with you, I think. Or they don't really know. They suspect what they've got with you. But you are going to lead those kids into just perdition. Damnation.
No, I talked to Father Ravioli about meditating today. I'm like, oh, no, let me help you. Yeah, they're not going to let me anywhere near the place.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, honey, your mommy can't chaperone. And they all the kids call me Jake's mom.
That's
my name.
Okay.
You know?
Hey, Jake's mom.
Jake's mom, are you going to be here? Hey, Jake's mom. I go, what? Jake's friend? Ben? Yeah, so that they refuse to use anything else.
It's such a fun
Jake's
age. I mean,
is this going to be good for him or bad for him? If his mom is the cool mom, is that good as the kid of, or is that sucky?
I don't know. You know, at that age, it's sort of like parents are kind of these remote godlike figures, I think.
We missed that lesson.
I could be wrong.
Besides, if you mention God, he just says, I'm quoting, God is a name you give to an idea.
This is Purple Avenger? Yeah. That's pretty deep. I like that.
Well,
it's like John. God is a concept by which we measure our pain.
Ooh, that's nice. I'll have to...
I'll say it again. Sorry.
Well, you know, it is an Episcopal school, which is, you know, Catholic light and religious light. It's not, you know, it's not UU's, which would be awesome, but it's close.
Yes, I've taught you religious education classes. So it would not be go over too well there. But it's not like some of these places. There's not.
He's been bringing home Jesus talk and God talk because they do that stuff, and he has chapel twice a week and blah blah blah. So from the very beginning, when he brought home God, I would toss back some other god. That's interesting. Have we talked about Zeus? Did you know?
Zoroastrians, yes.
I know. What about Baphomet? Let's just go dig deep and get a demon. So yeah. So he's pretty ecumenical or non-ecclesiastical or secular. That's the word.
It's all a big conspiracy with George Soros, isn't it? No. Okay.
No. Who has time?
Exactly. I'm still waiting for that
90.
paycheck from him. But anyway.
Did you do your 1099?
No. W-9. Yeah.
W-9?
Okay.
Did you do that? Because that's what you needed to do.
So, looking ahead, on the 25th, we'll have episode 15. I'm trying to do the counting, which is season 2, episode 2, just to confuse everyone even further.
Nice.
And as we mentioned, it probably will take a hop across the pond. I think we've got Theresa May in there somewhere, and we still have to write it, but we have ideas. We have some ideas.
Yeah, but we have some Brits lined up. We do have some Brits. We're going to get actual Brits because that's how much we care
if you
about.
listen to those outtakes, you'll know that we don't care that much because, but it's pretty horrendous UK accents. But we have a lot of fun doing it. So please don't spoil our fun by telling us. You've mixed like 5 regional accents. It's like it can't be helped. It can't be helped. One word from here, one word from there. Yep.
Look, I can do all of them, all at once.
Oh well. Sorry.
Karyn is the accent whiz.
Yes, she's quite good. But I mean, she's a trained thespian.
That's right, and she did study in England.
Don't you know? Oh, did she really?
At least for some time, yes.
Well,
not at Hogwarts.
Not at Hogwarts.
No.
Well, anyway. All right.
Thank you all for indulging me in my Hogwarts obsession.
Indeed. That's when we get the Patreon up and running. There's going to be a little side, pledge you can do. It's strictly for Legos and Hogwarts-related business.
And merch. Yeah.
Indeed.
Santa and I miscommunicated over Christmas, and we got 2 Wizard's chess sets.
Okay.
Well, Jake likes to play chess, and he digs the wizard's chess, so that's cool. But I'm donating the extra to the school, to their chess program, in the hopes that there are at least a few children who still have magic and know what I know, which is that the place looks like Hogwarts. I mean, the original building it's a Gothic masonry. It looks like Hogwarts.
So they're okay with... Have they sort of surrendered to Harry Potter there at the school?
Oh, no, they were great. The coach,
good.
It's Coach who does the afternoon stuff. Coach is like, no, they'll go nuts.
Okay.
So
cool.
I was like, awesome.
Because I remember, for you had our UU church had a summer camp that was Harry Potter themed, and I thought that's very, very UU. Then I think this was at the time when, like, The Onion was doing fake articles about Harry Potter and devil worshipping, and then, of course, needless to say, some more conservative Christian found that, thought it was genuine, and spread it around in a panic. See, we've got them here.
Yeah.
Proof that they're Satan's spawn.
Yeah, my mother would not have let me read them had I been a youngster. Instead, I was an adult, and I devoured them. Pre-ordered them from Amazon, every single book. Met the mailman in the street, not at the gate, in the street, to snatch my book away on the day that it came out, and read it straight through.
I swear to God, you and my stepdaughter, we're just going to be like videoing you guys in Orlando because it'll be. I mean, we could pitch that as a series. I think. It could be like, and you could just do it every week. Different aspect of Hogwarts.
I already have a wand.
She does too.
I do. That was when Karyn and Lori and I were all at Hogwarts together. I just sort of vibrated with glee.
Concept there, yes. You mentioned that Lori was there before, but I didn't know Karyn was there too.
Yeah, Karyn was there too. And we went wand shopping. And we all got our special wands, the ones that work in the park. And someone asked Karyn, well, how much did it cost? And she was like, who cares? It does magic. And we were like, sums it up to the 3 butter sticks we go.
Yeah.
3 brooms for butterbeers, which is gross. Don't drink. It's very gross.
Actually, I kind of thought I liked it.
Too sweet.
It is sweet, but yes. But I mean, it's butterbeer. Anyway, alrighty, guys. All right. Well, we will see you in 10 days. Thank you for listening, and tell your friends about it. If you are coming in the middle and have not listened to season 1, we do have a amazing season 1 recap episode a couple of episodes back, which may not necessarily tell you all that much, but we had fun doing
using
it.
Using amazing very loosely. Amazing.
It's amazing that we get away with this. All right. So see you all soon.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.